I actually had a chance to watch all these fights like within the last couple of hours, guys. I just covered my boxing these last couple of hours, right? Andy Cruz, all right, had a second pro fight on the card, and I gotta tell you, Pop, just from fight 1 to this fight against Giovanni Straffon or whatever his name is.
Yeah. No disrespect.
No disrespect to him. So much growth. I mean, he looked like one of the best lightweights in boxing. And I gotta say, you know, to have the long Cuban amateur pedigree he had, it's very hard for Cuban fighters to break that regimented Cuban style because they especially for a guy like him who won 2 gold medals, had all these truckload of fights. So before we even get into the performance, let me just tip my cap and say thank you to the great Bozy Ennis for making this man fight like a professional fighter. And Boots Ennis because they had Andy Cruz fighting like I felt like I was watching Jaron. And I'm serious. I felt like I was watching Jaron Ennis.
Listen, man, I'll tell you what I said. When I first seen him, I was like, "Holy shit! This is like a 20. What do you call it? A circle.
180. He did a whole 180.
He did a whole 180, and he came out. And then I don't know if it was on your videos or when we went live last time. Somebody said, "Just wait to get a couple more fights."
Oh my god,
he can destroy some people. Then the guy said, "Where's Keyshawn Davis at?"
We'll get to that in a second. But it was great. Now. Straffon, the guy he was fighting, the Mexican fighter, been in there with some good names and whatnot, but
more experience.
He took the fight on short notice because Hector Tanahara, you know, who was once a highly touted prospect, he pulled out the fight. So I think he had about 4 weeks to prepare. Straffon, but man, Andy, it didn't matter, and it was like target practice. I mean, Andy Cruz was. I saw him reverse pivoting. I saw him sit. The main thing that I take away from the fight, because when I watch fighters with his amateur experience. Being fast-tracked, the man was sitting on his punches. I mean, he was right there in the pocket, sitting on his punches. When the other guy would throw punches and he would land, rolling the shots. I mean, I felt like, you know, this fight,
that Philly shit.
This fight, I felt like it was when Ennis fought Villa, it was that performance, and but like some. Then some, because it was kind of the same style matchup.
I'll be honest. Before I seen him fight the other night, I said, "Oh man, what am I going to see?" In my own mind, I picked him to win. But I was like, "What am I going to see for Andy? The same pom tennis, pop." No, he came in there, said, "Fuck the Olympic shit. We're going to come out here." And the crazy part, Bozy Ennis said in the interview, he said, "Oh no, after fighting, we just work on defense." Bullshit. He did more than that. He did a mind game shit. When I seen Andy, he was crisp. He was going in there. And he was going for the kill. Shout out to Philly Boxing. Shout out to Bozy. Shout out to Boots Ennis. Shout out to all you guys over there.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of y'all are confident in that. Listen, I want to see Andy Cruz against the field. Right now, I mean, I know it's only 2 fights and it wasn't like the best opponent, but it's the way he went about things. It's the adjustments he made. It's the growth that I saw in that fight.
Quickly,
you know, it shows me that he's a quick learner. It shows me that you know, he can still get in. The scary part is he can get better.
Yeah, and the thing about it is when you can pick up things, and even the crazier part, Brendan, the language barrier.
Yeah.
I mean, thank God this is what I'm just saying, but the fact that this guy can pick up a lot of things like that, when I always look at fighters at Olympic, that's what I want to see. I don't need to see you like be 3 gears behind. You should at least be a neutral and going forward. And boy, this guy left neutral and went forward.
Absolutely. Shout out to my man Cooking with Chris. He says, "Yo, what's cooking? Boxing channel to boxing channel. I like y'all stuff. Appreciate you, champ.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Keep up the hard work yourself, man. Keep up the hard work.
Thank you for your support.
But yeah, Andy Cruz. I mean, what do you think about this, Pops? I mean, he says Andy Cruz beats George Kambosos Jr. right now.
Yep. Because George just stands in there. He comes forward and he just stands and does the same thing.
Shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
the way Andy was. I think Andy Cruz.
I think Andy Cruz could beat Floyd Schofield, Mark Castro. Who's the other one? Ashton H2O Silva, him. Who else? Adam Azim could beat him too. I think he beats all them guys, washes them.
Easy.
Because with Boots, with Bozy training him, you know, you gotta remember this guy wasn't just no regular amateur. This guy was creme de la creme, immortal, like top level amateur. But now he's got the professional style now. Nightmare matchup for anybody. And I see like Rocky Austin's questioning his punching power. I watched them punches real close just about an hour ago when I was watching the fight. I did not see any problem with his punching power. He was sitting on his punches. He was turning them over. they made an impact.
And when he had the fighter in the corner, he became a volume puncher with straight shots. He wasn't going to, he wasn't, oh, you're my buddy, I'm not going to hurt you. No, I'm taking you out. Bah, bah, bah. But I mean, somebody else, I forgot what was this live, the other live, or in Brendan's comments, somebody said that he's been watching Cruz for a long time. He said, this guy right here is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You can fool me.
Jairo says, don't worry. When he gets punched in the face, he's going to revert back to being a Cuban.
Okay, Jairo, well, I'll make sure you stand in front of him so he can punch the fuck out of you. Okay?
Yeah.
Jairo comes with crazy shit.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Shout out to Jairo PBC.
And he says he doesn't think that Andy Cruz will beat Floyd Schofield. He says he will let to see Andy fight Maxie Hughes. It's a good fight. Maxie Hughes, tricky southpaw, definitely can box his ass off. Tough.
Well, test him, but I would still pick.
I think that's a good. That's a good opponent though, because Andy hasn't fought any southpaws in the pros. Maxie is a high level southpaw who can counterpunch it. A lot of people don't give Maxie Hughes the credit he deserves. He's a better fighter than people give him credit for. But a lot of you guys want to see Andy Cruz versus Keyshawn. And funny enough, right?
We didn't hear Keyshawn yesterday, did we?
Well, no. After the fight, I don't know. Did you see when Keyshawn Davis was on the live with Eddie Hearn after the fight?
No. What do you say?
I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Here's what Keyshawn Davis had to say to Eddie Hearn, what they were saying to each other after the Andy Cruz fight this weekend.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm in here watching football now, Eddie.
Listen.
What's up?
You know I got love for you, but oh my God!
Yeah.
Make sure you never fight Andy Cruz.
Eddie, come on now, Eddie.
I'm a big Keyshawn Davis fan. I'm a big Keyshawn Davis fan.
Hey, and I always got love.
And you are, listen, you are good. You are real good. But there's levels to this game, Keyshawn.
Okay, we're going to talk about levels. Okay, just know it's levels. It's certain levels in the amateur game. But when we go to pros, it's no more levels. I take it to the, there's no more levels.
To be fair, there was levels in the amateur game. He beat you every time.
It's like rules and regulations. It's like, rules and regulations.
Listen, I agree with what you say, but tonight was different. You watch it back. This kid's coming.
Hey, Eddie, I ain't going to do too much on live, but look, all I'm saying is I'm one of these ones that's really willing to fight, and you know that.
Good.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that on live.
I'm a fan. You know I'm a fan. It's going to be a big fight, but I'm putting my house,
let's make it happen. 2024.
Company, everything on an Andy Cruz win.
2024. Let's make it happen.
Let's do it 2023. We still got a few weeks left. Come on. Listen, it's Haney Prograde time live on DAZN. I'll catch you soon.
2024.
Anytime, baby. Let's go.
All right.
See you later.
Yes, sir.
So there you have it. Eddie Hearn, very confident and being very direct with Keyshawn Davis about fighting Andy Cruz in a rematch of their Olympic fight. Pops, wow. What do you think about Andy Cruz?
I like the feedback between both of them having mutual respect for each other after they broke apart or whatever. We went this way, that way, whatever. But they really have much love for each other. But that being said, I'm sorry to tell you, all the fights that I've seen from you, Keyshawn, nothing except what Andy Cruz did
on Saturday night.
And you say, Pops, you crazy? No, I'm not crazy. What I see from Andy Cruz now, and what I will see again, say what you want about him. Keyshawn's come out several fights before. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Yeah, he beat it, pointed down, but nothing like how Andy Cruz did this guy. Okay. Simple as that. He will fuck up Keyshawn Davis.
Oh, God.
I will put my money on it.
You know what?
But I'm a broke motherfucker, so you won't get no money.
No. It's on video now. So what we're gonna do is when they make that fight happen. In fact, when they make that fight happen, I'm gonna take Pops to Vegas.
Oh, Keyshawn,
I'm gonna take him to the sports book.
Talk to me a lot right here on an interview. I'll talk to him.
Don't do that. He won't do that. He'll talk to you.
Yeah, I will talk to him and tell him straight up. Because the last couple of fights, he say I'm gonna do big entertainment. I'm saying he didn't win the fights. But come on. Now Schofield, Brennan.
Floyd Schofield.
He looks like a monster.
That's another guy that Keyshawn want to fight is Floyd Schofield. Not to get too far.
Okay, but he's flapping his gums. That motherfucker flapping his gums and doing shit done.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I think
he's been on his second fight, guys.
I think. Look,
and he showed me a lot more than I've seen from him.
I think if left to his own vices, if Keyshawn can make the decisions, he'd be fighting all these guys. But I already know top rank ain't top. Come on. You know, Top Rank ain't gonna make no damn Schofield fight right now for Keyshawn. Keyshawn barely beat Nahir Albright.
That's what I'm saying.
He was having he was having problems with Nahir Albright.
He better stay away from Cruz and Schofield.
Yeah.
I started watching some of his fight. I don't know the fight, but I've watched some of his film. How he's mature from this time on. Y'all better watch out for Schofield.
Okay.
I like him. I like him better than Keyshawn. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, he's had more sensational performances. I don't.
But he's a great finisher. Too.
I don't.
He
He's
don't
a
want.
great
He don't.
finisher.
He don't
I don't think we've seen the best of Keyshawn Davis yet.
Okay, you're right. We haven't. It might take him a little longer to mature than others. I get that. When we in school, some of us are fast learners, some of us are slow learners, and whatever the case may be. So I get it. But I will say one thing: he was an Olympian, right?
Yeah.
And so was Cruz, an Olympian.
Floyd Schofield wasn't an Olympian.
No, I'm not talking about
Schofield. I know.
What I'm getting at is there's level to boxing, like he said. He got leveled down, like Eddie Hearn said twice. What I seen from that Philly smoke, he in trouble.
So you think the Bozy Ennis trained version of Andy Cruz? I'll be honest with you. Look, I'm trying not to get too caught up because it was only the Giovanni Straffon, whatever his name is. But the guy I saw, the skills I saw, those look like pound for pound type of skills.
I'm not just judging it. Yeah, I'm not judging it on the fighter. I like how his demeanor was. You understand the way he came out there and did that. If he comes with an attitude all the time like he did, and he boxes and does this, and he gets it, and does that, I like that in the fight. You know that already. And he's not going to sit there and wait to throw the fish bait back in to get out of the fish. He's going to go for the kill. You got to have that. I liked it about him. And so, but Schofield, I'm big on. I think Schofield. But a few years back, I would say, oh, his dad talk a lot of shit, with this and this and that. But that man, I think he's going to be something direct for it. I don't know if you agree with me or disagree.
No, I like Floyd. I think Floyd Schofield is one of the most entertaining lightweights in the world.
Yeah.
Truth be told, like talent wise, like excitement wise, he might be the best. Apart from Virgil Ortiz, he might be the best fighter on the Golden Boy roster. On the entire roster.
Right. Do you think that he needs to still sharpen up some more skills? Do you see him like you already seen Danny Haney? I know different way too. I'm just talking in general. With people that have grown up and mature as boxers, but skill wise, do you think he still needs more skills to sharpen up?
Who, Andy Cruz or
Schofield. Oh, well, Andy's still a learning phase still, but
yeah. Look, I think I know some of you guys are saying we're getting overly excited about Andy Cruz. Well, look, do you watch the fight? You should be excited.
Listen,
as far as like him getting more step ups, I don't think he needs as many step ups as you think.
Nope.
This, like I said, all he needs to learn how to do is as you know, Byron, turn his punches over, adjust to the pro game. I think I'm saying I'll put it like this: if they get Andy Cruz at least 2 fights in the first half of 2024, by this time next year, I think he will learn and grow so much being around Boots and in the fights he'll get that he'll be ready for anybody. And that's how I feel because he don't got time to waste. He's like 28, 29, whatever.
And I'll say it like this: when you get somebody's mentality away from that tap, let's play tennis type of tap boxing and actually teaching him that you have to be more aggressive. It's different levels up being professional, and he's learned that real quick and he understands it now. Now, mind you, he's had a language barrier. Mind you, he's coming from a different country. Mind you, other stuff. He's gonna be hungry than a lot of people. I'm riding with him.
I think he needs more, but there's definitely a lot to be excited about. And I think all I'm saying is just as long as they get him a couple fights before in the first half of next year, by this time next year, I think Andy Cruz will be ready for.
Yeah,
you can name whoever you want. I think that's how much he's going to grow. Because just look at the first fight, how much he grew, to the second fight, how much he grew.
Yeah, and
how he's turning his punch, and how he has that pro
style.
I will
agree with what you guys say. Is put the brakes a little bit. You're right, but damn, when you see it's like having a meal that wasn't cooked right from somebody, then you had to know how it tastes, and you see it, man, you dig into that. So yeah.
So shout out to him.
Good luck to him.
Shout out to Andy Cruz. But we're gonna switch.